We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there. If you have kids, or to your grandparents and the aunts and the aunties who help out, happy Mother's Day to you all. Thank you for pulling up. To all my blues, y'all are absolutely phenomenal. I just want to say, we've been doing a lot of celebrating. LFR Jojo just received his master's degree in electronic engineering, and he already got his bachelor degree last year in optical engineering. We are super proud of him. And also his girlfriend graduated also yesterday with her, I think it's Bachelor in Science degree. Shout out to her. She's on her way to becoming a doctor as well. So we're super excited for Ariana and for LFR Jojo. As for all the ladies out there, man, I celebrate y'all today. Y'all don't have to do anything extra phenomenal to receive a happy Mother's Day. The fact that you help grow this planet with other human beings with love and kindness in their hearts, and you risk your life to bring another life into this world, kudos to you. I know a lot of people don't give y'all flowers, and they act like because this is a man's world that we should only celebrate men who go out there and risk their life and bust their hump in order to provide for their family. But something that we need to stop doing is waiting for one day out of the year to give women their flowers, because y'all are phenomenal. And no, I'm not simping, man. I have a wife of my own who's a phenomenal mother. I'm talking about phenomenal mother. If there's anything I can say about her, she's a phenomenal mother, and her kids say the same, and they treat her that way. And for that, I not only acknowledge her and celebrate her, my lovely wife. Happy Mother's Day to you. We treated her very well, but I have to acknowledge all of you women as well, because y'all are extremely important. Stop letting people trick you out of your spot. That's one reason why I voted for Trump, because the Democrats were allowing men to trick women out of their spots. They were allowing men to participate in women's sports and getting and going to women bathrooms and take advantage of just being a woman. They try to call themselves. And I'm not going to get on that, because I do realize sometimes I get flagged for getting too opinionated on that topic, but y'all already know what it is. As long as y'all know what it is, we straight, man. Do me a favor, hit the like button, and thank y'all, everybody. Thank y'all so much for all the love, man. I really appreciate it. I don't have a mother, so happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. Happy Mother's Day to my guardian, my aunts. You know what I mean? I spoke to my mother today. I spoke to my guardian as well. I spoke to my mother-in-law. Happy Mother's Day to Miss Peaches. That's my mother-in-law right there, man. Y'all know, if y'all know me, y'all know Miss Peaches is one of my road dogs. That's my homie right there. And Diane, y'all already know about Diane, my guardian. Oh God. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me know where you're watching me from tonight. Let me know if you're watching me from your living room, or if you're at work, God forbid, on a Sunday night. Hopefully that's not the case. But let me know where you're watching me from. Your phone, your computer, your television. I want to know that. And also, if you are a content creator, holler at me with the word VIP. Well, with the acronym VIP, because what I'm doing for content creators, I'm making it super easy on you. Rather than spending hours shooting your videos and then editing your videos and doing thumbnails and uploading your videos, I provide a service at the LFR family where we do it all for you. Only thing you got to do is sit down in front of that screen, record your videos, and walk away from your screen. The next day, you will have 3 uploads already edited, thumbnailed, and everything. We got your back. reach out to me with the word VIP or the acronym VIP. And if you're looking to getting into content creation, make sure you hit that hit the descriptions below. And it's the very first link for my YouTube course. That's for the newbies. But if you already have a YouTube channel and you rocking, make sure you hit me up so we can help you with the production part. Okay. That's what we're getting into. We try to make things easier for you guys so you can spend more time with your families. You can go out there and focus on something else that will help bring monetization into your home. And we're really helping people out with that. All right. Shout out to Donald J. Trump. And thank you to everybody for all the love, man. I see. Thank you. Watching in Philly. Thank you, everybody, man. Watching in Texas. I appreciate it. South Atlanta. Yeah, much love to you guys. Thanks for being an empowering voice to Black folks and all of us, to be fair. I appreciate you saying that, guys. All right, so what we're going to talk about, thank you so much, Fubar Express. Thank you so much. All right, so what we're going to talk about tonight is we're going to talk about Black fatigue. That's a real thing. People are tired of Black people always complaining about being oppressed, being victims. They're tired of us always saying that that the white man is doing this, and this to us, when it's actually us doing it to ourselves. They're extremely tired of us always disrespecting them and being extremely racist, outwardly racist on every platform we want, all because we know that nobody's going to pull out card or check us because we're Black. They're tired of it, man. And Black people are amongst the crowd. It's not only white people, it's not only Hispanics. Everybody's tired of it. Everybody. Bro, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing people so damn blessed and their families are looking good and their lives are looking good. Their livelihoods are amazing. And they still find time to complain about the dumbest things, bro. So with that being said, we're trying to move on from that. So Black fatigue, we're definitely going to talk about that. We have a few people pulling up to say some things about it. Well, not pulling up. We're not going to have anybody on the show tonight, but I got some videos to show you guys. All right. And we're going to have a conversation about it. Also, we're going to talk about Trump's executive order that he have coming out tomorrow that haters are already saying is going to be blocked. They hope it get blocked is what happens. That's what they're doing. They're hoping that it gets blocked. So shout out to the haters, man. Sometimes I'm not for having haters in my life, to be honest with you. A lot of people say, man, you're not doing anything big until you have haters. Let me tell you something. I don't want any more haters, man. It's not fun. It's not cute. It's not empowering. It's not going to fuel you to want to do great things. It's not. Having hate come to you in any type of way, shape, or form is never a good thing. What you want to do is have love coming in your way. You know what I mean? Support coming in your way. Somebody who consider your ideas as something great and filled with value. That's what you want coming your way. I don't want people hating on me because they're looking from the other side of the field, or they're thinking that my grass is greener and they think that I don't deserve the spot that I'm in. Let me tell you something, man. Everybody got their sugar honey iced tea. If you're one of them people who are looking at me saying that I don't deserve this and I don't deserve that, and you're thinking that I have too much, let me tell you something. God has given me my lot as well. I have my own things to concern myself with. I have my own family issues and my own financial issues and all these other things. So please don't look at me as somebody whose life you want to replace. I mean, you want to get in, you know what I mean? That's not how this goes, bro. Everybody got their lot. All right. Start appreciating where you are. Start appreciating your own life, whether you have no money or you have a lot of it, whether you have bad health or you have great health. Appreciate your own life, man, because the most healthiest people in the world, I'm talking about the people whose bodies just look like they live in the gym. They got their own issues, man. They got their own mental issues, financial issues, heart issues, everything. The people with the most money in the bank got their own issues, man. They're not as happy as you. They're not as loving as you. You know what I mean? They're not as fearless as you. They're always looking over their backs, making sure nobody want to take their stuff. So start appreciating where you are. Sometimes we can be poor as hell, but we got our family members that show up and they just show us so much love, or our friends who love to see us, or our coworkers that like seeing us walk inside the office. Let me tell you something. Your ministry is not where you want your ministry to be. Your ministry is where God wants your ministry to be. And where you are right now, that's where God wants you to be for right now. So you need to daggone lean into that where you are right now and provide as much value and love as possible. Provide as much light in the darkness as possible. I know you did not click on this for this message, but I just felt the need to give it to you, okay? No diddy, pause, all of that, all right? So let's go in and jump into it, guys. Some new information. Let me say, anyone else buffering? Hopefully you guys are not buffering out there. And shout out to Massachusetts. If you're watching me on X right now, please hit that love button. Make sure you requote my videos and tag me in them. Also, guys, content creators, I'm going to say it again. If you're a content creator, you want to save some time, holla at LFR family, all right? We do all of production for you. That way you only do 45 minutes of work a day on your channel, and you still get to post 2 to 3 videos per day on your channel with us doing all of the work, all right? And you still get one-on-ones with me so that we can push you forward. I know a little bit about this thing. I would love to help some other content creators out there. All right, let's go and jump into it. Let's do it, do it. All right, for sure. Let's go and get into it, guys. So we first want to talk about this executive order that is coming up tomorrow. And happy Mother's Day again to you guys, to you ladies out there. And we also going to show, apparently, a whole bunch of women were out of a restaurant celebrating Mother's Day, and they got into a brawl. The women, grown women, older women. I'm talking about seasoned women. Adobo, they seasoned, huh? They seasoned. Salt and pepper, they seasoned. All right. So we're going to talk about that too. Make sure y'all hit the like button, and thank y'all so much for everything that y'all do for the channel. Shout out to all you guys, man. Shout out to South Carolina too. Let's go and jump into it. All right. This right here came from President Trump earlier today. And JD Vance was like, man, the boss is on point today. The boss is on fire. And then, of course, Elon Musk posted about it. This joint right here says, for many years, the world has wondered why prescription drugs and pharmaceuticals in the United States of America were so much higher in price than they were in any other nation, sometimes being 5 to 10 times more expensive than the same drug manufactured in the exact same laboratory or plant by the same company. You understand that? You understand that? They be 5 to 10 times more expensive, and they are the same drug manufactured in the same exact laboratory or plant by the same exact company. These companies be having the market. They be locking down the entire market, man, and it's not fair. Y'all already know about some of those companies, and I'm not even going to name them, you know what I mean? But some of y'all know them. I might name some later. It was always difficult to explain and very embarrassing because, in fact, there was no correct or rightful answer. The pharmaceutical/drug companies would say for years that it was research and development costs, and that's all of these costs were and would be for no reason whatsoever, borne by the suckers of America alone. Campaign contributions can do wonders, but not with me and not with the Republican Party. We are going to do the right thing, something that the Democrats have fought for many years. Therefore, I am pleased to announce that tomorrow morning, all right? So this is something that we will more than likely be able to announce in the morning show, all right? So let's get back to it. So tomorrow morning, where are we? In the White House at 9 a.m., I will be signing one of the most consequential executive orders in our country's history. Prescription drug and pharmaceutical prices will be reduced almost immediately by 30% to 80%. They will rise throughout the world in order to equalize, and for the first time in many years, bring fairness to America. I will be instituting a most favored nations policy, whereby the United States will pay the same price as the nation that pays the lowest price anywhere in the world. Now, guys, I have to say this. I have to say this to you all. Let me get back up right so I can say this right here. Hold on 1 second. Where am I? Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, guys, listen to me. It's our job to not only want Trump to do the right thing and do big things, make big moves like this for our country. But and we're rooting him on. We want him to do well. But just like our children, when they're in sports, we need to hold them accountable. Just like our children, when they're in school, we need to hold them accountable. Just like our love interests or significant others. Like we want them to do great in everything, but we still need to hold them accountable. All right. We need to do the same thing with Trump. We need to make sure that we hold them accountable. Now, will they try to block this? Absolutely, they will. Absolutely. And that's probably the only way he won't get this to go through. We already know that he is all on that whole promises made, promises kept kick. And that's something that I really like. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. Does he do everything correctly 100%? No, he don't. Who does? Who does? But that's what I want to see. I want to see us hold him accountable, hold his feet to the fire, hold his everybody that works for him feet to the fire. All right. All right. So let me see. I will be instituting a most favored nations policy whereby the United States will pay the same price as the nation that pays the lowest price anywhere in the world. Hold on, let me make myself big, make this bigger again so you can see it. Our country will finally be treated fairly, and our citizens' health care costs will be reduced by numbers never even thought of before. Additionally, on top of everything else, the United States will save trillions of dollars. Now, I'm sure y'all are interested in that. All right. The United States will save trillions of dollars. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. Shout out to Trump. Shout out to Trump, man. Hey, let me tell you something I will say. This is something I will say. I will say that this brother definitely keeps the excitement going in the White House. I love that. I ain't got no issue with that at all. All right. I love the fact that he don't let them bully him. This dude gets bullied more than any president I've ever seen. More than any president I've ever seen. Every time he cuss on a daggone computer, all he sees is people going at him, just talking sugar honey iced tea about him. Boom, 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 just throwing so much stuff at him. And it's not even warranted. It's not even warranted. All right. And I'm so serious. Like he even sat down and when he was having a conversation with someone, I forgot what interview he was in, but he pointed out the Trump derangement syndrome that a lot of these people have for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Now, some of them do have reasons because they loved Biden so much. They loved Kamala so much that they just don't want to let go of their idea of the Democrats, having a majority and running things like they had in the last few years, where they could have done anything, but they still made up excuse after excuse after excuse not to get things done. And anybody who was smart, anybody who can think for themselves, like you and I, we decided to move on from them. We decided to say, you know what? We've been watching you. We gave you a fair chance to get things right, to do things the right way. And y'all still screwed this up. Y'all still screwed this up. And you did it blatantly. You just lied to us and you did whatever you wanted to do. While at the same time, the country, the people in the country are getting poorer while the people in office are getting richer. But there's always one person who, when he serves, he gets poorer. Could you name that guy? This is a pop quiz. Do anybody know the name of that guy? There's one person that when he gets into office, he gets poorer. Like his bank account diminishes because he's not in it for the dollar. But yet, because they will constantly project and say that Elon's trying to steal from the from the American people. Trump is trying to steal from the American people. What? This dude take the job and don't gain a damn thing from it. Let me see. So you mean to tell me that if I become the president, that people are going to try to unalive me? Yes, I'll take some of that. Oh, you're going to try to put me in jail? Yes, I love that too. Oh, you're going to talk about my kids and my grandkids all the time? Yeah, I would love that. What else? You're gonna always accuse me of being a liar. You're gonna accuse me of being a cheat. You're gonna accuse me of being a felon. You're gonna accuse me of being all these things. Yes, why not? And I get to lose money. Oh my God, this is answering all my prayers. What? Somebody make this make sense. Would you take a job like that? Would you take a job like that? Please, somebody just answer my question, bro. Would you take a job like that? Because there's no upside. What's the upside? Please tell me the upside. I still don't know the upside. I'm like, bro, this guy has created probably the largest movement that I've ever seen since I've been paying attention to politics. And there's no upside for him personally. He is clearly choosing this country over his own personal benefit. If I'm lying, somebody please correct me. I'm paying attention. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. It's a good start. But why not focus on genuinely curing diseases so we don't need the meds? Just a thought. Keep preaching, Van. Let me tell you something. Kicks React. Thank you, brother, for reaching out. Hopefully you're doing well. And happy Mother's Day to your wife, to your lovely wife, and to your mom, man. And that's a great idea. But these pharmaceutical companies, along with other powers that be, they're not going to allow disease to leave. There's too much money in us getting sick. It's way too much money in us getting sick. Like right now, I will say this. The reason why I applaud this is because Trump is trying to control the things that he can control. That's it. He can't control them acting like, oh, we couldn't come up with the right patent to cure cancer. We don't know what to do. We keep the wrong molecules, the wrong chemicals. Oh, we don't know what to do. They're acting, bro. They benefit too much. It's too lucrative for us to get sick. It's too lucrative for us to. We need medication. We need hospital stays. We need to get sick and only be better for a few months at a time. Like if we're all walking around 100% healthy, what will happen to pharmaceutical companies? What will happen to hospitals? What will happen to schools and institutions that train up new nurses and doctors? They won't be needed as much anymore. So they need us sick, man. And it's unfortunate, but they need us sick. It's like it's like they got a plan from when we're first born and we got that social security number attached to us. Bro, they're planning on making money off of us from the beginning, just like they do with other cattle. When they got cattle, they pretty much have a dollar amount on every single cow that they bring up in their farm, or any of chickens and everything. They know exactly how much eggs they're gonna get from them. They know exactly how much chicken or meat they're gonna get from them. They know exactly how much milk and cheese they're gonna get from them. They know exactly how much steaks and all this stuff they're gonna get from every single cow. So that's how they look at us, man. They market us. They make so much money off of us from the beginning of our birth, before we're even born. Bro. And then if you decide to not even have us, they're not doing that for free either. That's why they're trying to talk people into, come and get an abortion. Come on, come and unalive your baby. Come on, because that costs too. They're making way too much money off of us, man. Way too much. But that's just my opinion, and I don't want to get in too much trouble. Bruh, you said it right. Trump is America first. That's what I'm hearing, and that's what I appreciate. Why not vote for somebody who is America first, who is not just looking at their own best interests? Huh? Because that's what we had before. So shout out to Trump, who's going to be signing this new executive order tomorrow, he says, tomorrow. But check this out. So Biden was on a world tour, right? And this has to do with what Trump just now said. Biden was on a world tour. He just now spoke on The View and everything. And something that he kept saying and he kept trying to bring up is the fact that if he would have run against Trump, he would have won. Kamala lost because she didn't have what it took in order to win. He actually believed that he would have crossed the finish line like he did in 2020 with 81 million votes. How many of y'all believe that he got 81 million votes? Don't get too loud in the typing with that, but I just want you to give me a thumbs up if you think he got 81 million votes. Just a thumbs up if you think that he got 80, because this dude actually believes it. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. 2 years ago is when a lot of you kept on saying Biden is losing his mind. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing way too many signs of dementia. I'm seeing that he don't have all of his faculties with him. He's falling up the steps and he's falling down the steps. He's falling off bikes. He don't know where to go after he leave the microphone. He's walking into the woods. His chair is right there, but he's walking on and pointing over there in the sky. He's pointing. Let me tell you something. This is just between me and you. Don't let this get out of this room. Biden lost his mind. Biden lost his mind when he actually thought he won in 2020. Because ain't no damn way. Let me tell you something. Ain't no way. I'm sorry. I don't want to be that guy. But that's when he lost his damn mind, bruh. If you agree with that, give me 100 right now. Let me tell you something. If you believe that part right there, put a 100 in the chat for me, because that's when I believe that the dude lost his damn mind. That's when I believe it. They hid everything they could about his son. They hid everything they could about his daughter writing down in her own personal diary that in the older ages, her dad was still trying to sneak into the... Bro, their whole family was debaucherous. One son passed away, and this was the good son. The good son passed away, and the bad son started dating his wife. How many of you think that the bad son was dating his wife before the good son actually... I'm just saying. That's just between me and you, though. We're just gonna keep that. We're gonna keep between me and you. That whole family been effed up for a minute, man. President Biden lost his mind when he saw that 81 million votes and he believed it. Ain't nowhere in the world you could believe that. One of the most popular presidents, who you were the vice president of, President Barack Obama is who I'm talking about. This brother didn't even get 70 million. Neither time. In 2004, no 2008, he did not get 70 million votes. But you trying to tell me that his VP, who was no way near as popular as him, got 81 million? Ninja, please. I'm just saying, bro. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already, man. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I know he was showering with her and she admitted it. And ain't nowhere in the world, something like that can happen. And people online, the Democrats, don't raise hell about it. What are you telling me? What? Let Trump do that. Let one of his daughters write. My dad got in the shower with me when I was a teenager, when I was 11 years old, 12 years old. What? That's all they will talk about for 4 years straight, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, on all of the news sources that represent the Democrats. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying, bro. True Business. True Business wants to know, where is Mika? NWO started a long time ago. Let me tell you something, brother. The name of this channel is LFR Family. It consists of van.hall, Coach Van. Okay? Shout out to all of my amazing, wonderful, beautiful, and handsome, dope, funny, cool, and quirky clients that I have, man. Y'all are absolutely dope. Y'all keep me going on a daily basis, and I love y'all for it. But true business, you glazing. That's what you call glazing, what you just now did. Where's Mika? I want to see Mika. Oh, my heart goes over to Mika. Where's Mika? I need Mika. Where's the heart? You got your heart up. I need Mika. Nah, shout out to you, true business. I appreciate you, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with asking about the lady, man. You see my ugly face on this daggone screen. You're like, bro, we need something pretty besides you. You see my ugly face, you're like, come on, bro. We need something pretty. Come on. You usually got somebody pretty with you up there. You're pretty. So petty, man. All right. So thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you guys. He said, don't forget he was sniffing children. Yeah, he was. But you know what I mean? I will tell you, babies with the new baby smell. I love the new baby smell, man. My heart turns to mush when I think about the new baby smell. It really does, man. All right, guys. So this right here was just now brought to my attention. Apparently, a bunch of ladies went to celebrate Mother's Day, and this happened while they were celebrating. A bunch of old ladies. So happy Mother's Day to these ladies, man. Happy Mother's Day to these ladies. Let me tell you something. Hopefully y'all had a blessed day. Hopefully you enjoyed the food. Hopefully they still gave you a seat so you can calm down, gave you a drink, maybe an old fashioned or a rum punch, something sweet, but still got a little bit of a kick. Hopefully they gave you something like that. Hopefully the mashed potatoes and the steak or the salmon made you feel good again about life and made you walk over to the person that you was fisticuffing and probably apologize. Hopefully that happened. That would be beautiful if it did, because ain't no reason in the world why you should be so pissed off on Mother's Day where you should have to throw hands. Women, let me tell you something, man. If nobody tell y'all how amazing y'all are, you need to tell yourself, okay? Because women ain't nothing. There's not nothing, anything on this planet like a woman. I don't care what anybody tell you. You understand that, okay? And this is whether you can bear a child or not, all right? But women, y'all are that equalizer. Y'all really are. If we had to do this by ourselves, we wouldn't survive. This country would be gone, be done. We wouldn't know what to do with ourselves. We need you guys, all right? And if you're not being thoroughly respected and thoroughly loved, then you need to make some decisions, because y'all have far more power than you believe you do. And a lot of you ladies already know this. And these are women who have been married for years. Women who have been married for decades, they realize that they have all the power in their relationships, but they play their roles and they let their husband do what the husband is supposed to do. But when a woman says something, it happens. When a mom says something, it happens. When a wife says something, it happens. And she does it softly. She don't demand it. She don't, do it in no bad, negative, nasty way. She does it in a soft woman way, and it gets done because she have her man to help her. And that's what I love about this whole, the left never really pushed the whole nuclear family thing. And I wonder why. I wonder why. I still don't have my own answers. I could speculate till the cows come home, but that always blows my mind why they do not push the nuclear family. That makes no sense to me. If y'all can help me out with that, I would be great. I'm greatly appreciative if you do that. I don't understand why anybody wouldn't push a nuclear family. That makes no sense to me. None. None. Because if all of us become, and this is just thing, if all of us stop having babies tomorrow, that's the end of civilization. That's the end of our nation. That's the end of our country. If all of us become gay tomorrow, that's the end of our nation. That's the end of civilization. That's the end of our country. If all of us continue to have baby fathers and baby mothers, That too is the end of our nation. It's the end of our country. There's no family structure there. There's nowhere to go from there. There's turmoil, it's confusion. At some point, there has to be some order. So again, man, happy Mother's Day to you guys. All right, so all right, let's move on. Black fatigue. Let's talk about this whole black fatigue thing. All right, and I got to talk about this because and this is not me hating on black people. I love black people. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anything black, I'm on it. Anything black, I'm on it. Like that's I mean, pause. But it's like black culture is all I've ever lived. You know what I mean? It's all I've ever seen, it's all I've ever lived. It's all I've ever participated in, and I'm great at it. I'm phenomenal at it. When I walk into a room filled with black people doing the most wildest things, being super loud and just dancing, line dances, having a good time, talking sugar honey iced tea to each other, being aggressive, whatever the case may be, I jump, I fall right in like it ain't nothing. I like that's my culture, that's my life, that's what I've been all my life. But let me tell you something, man. I get tired of all of the negativity. I get tired of it, man. I get tired of people always blaming other individuals all because they're not the same color or race as them for our downfall, for us not being able to get to another level. I don't get that, bro, at all. So a lot of people are getting tired of it too. A lot of people. So I'll pull this up. I went to Black Fatigue, and the only reason why I did this is because I saw a young man by the name of Anton Daniels discussing it in a short clip on what you call it, on X. Let me see if I can find it right quick for you guys. But I thought that joint was dope. I thought that joint was dope. But there's so many people that just continue to send me stuff about the white man did this and the white man. What about the white man and the white man and the white man and the white man and the whitey white and the white and the white man? The white man is killing us, and the white man and the white lady is this, and the white man is that. Don't nobody want to hear that sugar honey iced tea all day. Nobody want to hear that. And I'm certain that the white people don't want to damn hear it. Every time they cut on their television, they're like, sheesh. Every time they go on social media, like, God dang, I ain't do nothing to nobody. As a matter of fact, I bend over backwards to not offend any of you. Could you imagine that? You got ones who bend over backwards not to even offend or disrespect black people because they know what comes with it. But they always catching stray bullets. They're always being ostracized. They're being disrespected on a daily basis. They're being coupled with all the other people who are 1000% racist. That's like including me in a lineup of a whole bunch of guys who are criminals, who are grapists, who are molesters, who are pedos. Don't group me with them. You know what I mean? That's what it's like. It's like we're grouping them with a whole bunch of other people who really don't like us. And at some point, bro, they're going to be like, oh, man, we're tired of this. And that's where they are right now. That's where they are right now. And they're like, we're tired of this, bro. Like, miss me with that. I don't even want to hear it. You know what happens when you constantly put somebody's back to the wall and tell them how something negative they are? You know what they do? They say, you know what? Fine. You know what? Fine. I'm that. What's next? You want me to say the word? Fine. I'll say the word. What's next? You want smoke? What's next? That's what they say. And then it elevates to whatever's next. It elevates, man. People are tired of it. And it's called black fatigue, unfortunately. I don't even like that it's called black fatigue, but it's called black fatigue. Let me see. Grofty. Van, I have officially lost my mom and dad to TDS and EDS. I can't explain it, but they are gone. I can't understand why my father is referring to Elon as an H Oh, a Nazi. He called him a Nazi. Wow. Sorry about that, big dog. Hopefully, just pray over it, man. I would say pray over it. Pray over it. Let them do what they do, but pray over it, man. It's unfortunate, and I'm not trying to minimize what you're going through at all. But I would say pray over it. That's it. That's it, man. Pray over it and let God handle it. That's it. Bless you, brother. Keep doing what you do. And thank you so much for the super chat. I throw money at anyone that can hold my attention for 30 minutes. I can walk both lines as well. Tied, tied, tied. Thank you so much, True Business. Shout out to True Business, man. That's a cool guy. Black fatigue is a legit thing, and I do understand it. But people need to be careful, because if them people turn up on them, what are they going to do? Honestly, that's what I keep on saying, bro. That's what I keep on saying. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? And you know what? Here's the thing. I don't want to even look at it like that, because we can easily become one of them third world countries, because everybody has weapons. Everybody has knives and all this other stuff. Everybody have something that they can defend themselves with or hurt somebody with. I don't want us to go there. We're much better than them other countries. And that's just me. I'm just keeping it a buck. I think we're far better than them other countries, man. We don't have to get that way. We don't have to get that far. I really do believe that, man. For real. We can, but I don't want to see us get there. And I will say this. Black people, I want y'all, if there's any black people that are watching this who are progressive or Democrat, and you're in the mind that, it's time for a race war, let me tell you something. Please don't do that. Don't talk like that. Relax. Chill. Not because you need to be afraid of the other side, but just consider your children and your children's children. Consider that. And if you don't have any children, consider your nieces, your nephews. Consider your parents. Consider your aunts, your uncles. Consider your ancestors who fought for how far we've become and how far we've come in this nation, how far we've come in this country. Consider that. Why do we always allow our emotions to destroy everything we've worked for decades and centuries? Think about that. All right. Also, I want to put this on you. White people have been training to shoot weapons since a very young age. I'm just saying. And I mean, this is just hunting. This is friendly hunting. Hunting at 10 years old. Duck hunting and deer hunting, and knowing how to survive in the wild, know how to survive, know how to fish and take care of themselves and live off the grid. I'm just saying, bro. When I drive to go get my guardian, because she stays in up there by the zoo. When I go get my guardian, man, I see people working out downtown DC all the time, because I got to drive through there, and they're always running. They're always running and walking. White people always running and always walking. They're always working out. Always. Even their fun stuff is working out. So I'm just saying, we need to relax just a little bit. Chill, okay? Chill. I'm just saying, because a lot of our women are, even at really young ages, are very much out of shape and are not really about that business. They ready to grab somebody's hair and drag them to the ground. Whereas Becky and them ready to back up and say, I have a right to defend myself. And if you reach up at them again, they're going to bang you and bang you. So relax. Some people in this country know their rights. Some people in this country know their rights, and some people do not. And I'm starting to see that the loudest of us do not know our rights. And the ones that are most quiet, they're just waiting for you to pop off. Go ahead and pop slick if you want to. Go ahead. They're just sitting in the cut like, go ahead. I'm going to let you go first. Go ahead. I'm going to defend myself. Rah, 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 rah. You getting real loud. I hear you, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. You feeling froggy? Leap. I'm sorry, what? Did you say ribbit? Because I'm ready. Relax, guys. All of us need to relax. All right, so check this out. This is from the Black Fatigue that we
Black fatigue. This video might make you uncomfortable, but it needs to be made. There's a growing sentiment, most recently, of individuals who are proclaiming they do have black fatigue. And you don't have to be a non-black person to have black fatigue. What does that phrase actually mean? Essentially, black fatigue is a growing weariness of the actions of the quote unquote black community. But it goes deeper than that, because we are in 2025 now, and we are being judged based on the content of our character and not the color of our skin. But the interesting part is the lie that's been sold to the black community in particular is that the color of our skin dictates the content of our character. That's why in the black community, sometimes you'll hear people say, oh, you are acting white, when they're talking to someone like myself who doesn't act the way most people would expect a conventional black person to act. In their minds, there is a correct way to act black. And the people in your ethnic group who fulfill those very negative stereotypes, those are the ones who are going to essentially drag down the collective whole. And that's why there's individuals who are black who do and can have black fatigue, because they see how damaging it is to see the worst of us attract all this negative attention that then unfortunately gets ascribed to the entire race all too often. But what's unfortunate is here in 2025, now we have to contend with the fact that there's people who are so sick and tired of seeing those negative aspects, those negative individuals in the black community attracting all this attention. That's what is spurring this black fatigue. I think it's something that needs to be talked about. And until we turn inward and address the issues in our own communities, I fear that this is only going to continue and get worse. And that's exactly what the powers that be want. They want to have us against each other instead of us against those who are really pulling the strings in the background.
Facts. All right, so I see somebody. There's some people down there who are talking about debating each other. Who wants to get up on stage? Put your hand up. Put your hand up if you want to talk and get up on stage. Let me know, and I'll pull you up. All right, because I would love for y'all to come up here and talk about this. Black and white and Hispanics are getting along outside of cities. My gun club has more blacks than whites. The real question is, can you survive it? Can you survive if ish goes sideways? Can you survive if ish goes sideways? If any of you can you survive it? Thank you so much for the super chat, True Business. And you're absolutely right. A lot of people are starting to get involved. A lot of people are starting to get involved. All right, so we're inviting somebody up. I'm gonna go ahead and put this inside the chat. Feel free to pull up, big dog. Here we go. Here we go. All right, and make sure you cam up if you pull up. All right. Be respectful or we will block you. Please. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right. Yeah. So let me go. We got a couple more. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. This dude was using too many N words and all this other stuff, so I'm not gonna pull him up. All right. Okay, we got a young brother. You ready, OTC? You ready, brother? All right, here we go. Let me see here. What's up, OTC? I don't hear you, bro. Check your microphone. Your mic is muted. What's up, soldier?
My fault. Salute to you and your channel. Thank you for having me up here, first and foremost.
For sure. Thank you for pulling up, man. I appreciate you. Your name OTC?
Yeah, no question.
All right. So what's on your mind, bro?
So when it comes to the issue of black and white, so it's a lot it's a lot to unpack, because these are, if you know anything about the political landscape, we know that when it comes time for elections or politicians, they will manipulate the public through race baiting, right? To get them to pick sides and choose a certain candidate, right? So we first have to acknowledge that racism is real, and politicians use it to their advantage to get into position, right? So now, once we acknowledge that, we also have to acknowledge, okay, slavery may not, have happened to the people right now and maybe a couple generations back, right? But there are also things concerning, um there's just a lot of things concerning black people overwhelming the jails. Okay. So a lot of people talk about the crime. I really want to hit this because this is a topic that this also gets talked about the black community on, the crime. We're
Okay.
so violent, we're so ratchet, loud, right?
Right. Right.
And in the political landscape, what we're finding out is that people like Epstein are having ties to the presidents. So they're going to these islands where there's no rules, they're slaves. They're taking the tax dollars, they're stealing millions of tax dollars, but we on the lower level are getting punished and fined to the utmost of the law as common citizens. So it distorts what happens. I'm telling you, this is what happens to the psyche. The smart people that's able to realize that the politicians are breaking the law and not going to jail, and the regular people are fending for themselves and trying to pretend to be this upstanding individual. You get put into a position where people are taking time bombs. If you look at men and the suicide rate, that's why men's suicide rate is so crazy, because it's a lot of dudes going through a lot of things, and what it's known for a man to do is be quiet and not talk about what you've been through. And if you get to talking to a lot of men, even war vets, they'll tell you, well, shit, I almost lost my life a couple times.
Okay.
And they ain't never talked about it. So we're transitioning into an era where, there's a lot of people faking with their stories of racism, and there's actually people talking about truth. I
Right.
think what we're trying to discern right now is who's telling truth and who's just trying to use it to try to elevate themselves. I
Okay.
think would be the more appropriate way to attack.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, man, I want to say thank you so much for your point of view, which is extremely important in my opinion. You make a whole gang of points. We all feel like we know it all, and I believe that that's why we can't be objective when we have conversations with people who have a difference of opinion. Um, but I will also say this: a lot of what we go through, we put ourselves through, um, because we all were born in this nation. We were born in this country. We were raised in this country, and we all have different stories. Sometimes we stay in the thick of it, and we stay getting in trouble, and we stay supporting people who get in trouble, whereas holding them responsible and accountable, we don't do that because we feel like if we do that, we're turning against our own people. And I don't believe that's the case. I believe it adds to the other, not only other races looking at us as animals, but it adds to the those of us who are on a level, um, legal citizens who just want to go to work and come home peacefully, want our children to go to school and come back home peacefully. We look at all that rah rah as extra BS that's making matters worse. Everything you said, in my opinion, with the politicians doing whatever they want to do and getting away with it, I believe that to be true. I believe that that's why I don't know if you're always inside of my chat, or if this is your very first time pulling up. If this is your very first time pulling up, then my apologies for not mentioning you in the chat or anything. But I will say this: I never really trust politicians. Um, and I still don't trust politicians. But that's one reason why I voted for Trump, because honestly, everybody paints him out to be a liar, and everybody paints him out to be a demon.
But he's
But
telling the truth,
he's
and
telling the truth.
he's not sugarcoating it.
He's not sugarcoating anything. And plus, I'm learning that he's not a politician. And that's one thing
Exactly,
that
he's a
really
regular.
pisses people off.
Yes, that's
Yes,
why they hate him even more, because he can relate.
he can
So
relate.
yeah,
Even as a billionaire, he can relate.
yeah.
But what I will say is, and I'm gonna say this to you respectfully, bro, um, because I too have family, friends in the jail systems, and who passed away at a very young age, people whose lives are completely messed up because they decided to spend the first 20 to 30 years of their life being outside, whereas turning to their business, their families, or anything positive, their ministry could have prevented them from going through a lot of those things.
Well, can I ask you this? If
Sure,
if you're
sure.
gonna if you're gonna point it out, I would say, well, what is the cause of it? Because I experienced the same thing. We both black, right? I experienced the culture of the gang culture and growing up, the
Right.
drugs, the guns, all of it, the women, the parties. So to me, it's like, okay, we all grew up in these circumstances. So it's like, if we keep going, right? If we're going as generations of time and generations, and we're saying that we're evolving, then why is the kids still having the same experiences? You see what I'm saying? To me, it's like, and then this is what I think the disconnect is. It's some adults that's in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. They feel like, well, without all of those experiences, I wouldn't be who I am today. So as a response to them doing that, what they'll do is when they try to like educate the youth, they'll come in a way of you're stupid. You're stupid. Like they didn't make the mistake. And what that does to the youth is turn them away. If you know anything about plants, like if you talk, like if you say they did a study, like if you say negative things to a plant, like it'll mess up the growth of the plant. The plant will start to decay. But if you say positive things to the plant will actually start to bloom. What do you think that has an effect on the children? You see what
Well,
I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Are we just talking about black people?
I mean, that's something that's universal, not
Okay.
even just blacks right there.
let, let,
So,
let's keep it on black people. I'm just going to keep it on black people. I think, and it's just me, because we vote 92%. We vote 92% Democrat. When you look at ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, you don't hear anything positive. You don't see any positive reinforcement on the black community. All you hear is negativity about the other side, negativity about the right, negativity about white people, negativity about the police, negativity about this, this, and this. And what happens is we get our news from there, thinking that everything that they're reporting is the truth, and it could be nothing more but, I mean, it's nothing more but lies. It's nothing but lies
right.
that they tell. What
Mm,
that does is that amp us up to want to go out there and be freedom fighters with no knowledge, absolutely no knowledge.
that's
A
true.
lot of these individuals in our community who are the most pissed have the least knowledge. That's what I'm finding out. The
Mm,
people who are the most pissed have the least amount of knowledge. And then when we have conversations with people who do have knowledge, they don't want to so they can't remove their emotions from their from being objective or just having a conversation and learning from the other side. What they want to do is just tell you everything that they got from their quiet and silent groups, and they want to share talking points after talking point and act
yeah.
like we're playing chess in a conversation where we're just it's not a debate. Like, I could have easily pulled you up here and got into a debate with you about our differences. But what I'll much rather do is discuss something that can move us toward a solution. Even if you're pissed off in the way that things are moving, you pissed off at white people. And I'm not saying this is you, but you might be pissed off at white people not really getting the big picture as to why black people are so pissed off.
Well, me personally, I would say this. My stance as far as white people, they have their history. Like, I don't have, this is the thing. I'm not your typical I'm not a BLM activist like that. First of all, I think that's stupid. I'll say this. You have, like I said, there's a lot of things to unpack. Like a lot of black, and BLM is a great example because first of all, a lot of black people joined and hopped on the BLM wave, all Black Lives Matter, but did not know that a white man named George Soros funded this. And then if you look at what BLM actually did, which was raise money based off of the mothers that lost children and they didn't give that money to them and actually bought properties, which has already been, everything that I'm saying has already been validated. Candace Owens actually did a special on it, right? So
Yes, sir.
So my thing is like, you know, it's like, you know, it becomes a point where this the black people yeah, Black Lives Matter, okay, we get it. People's dying, okay. But George Soros funded this, and this was the fuel for racial division. So
Right.
it's not that the message a was a bad message, is that what they did to get the message out there and what they built to support that message was faulty and flawed, and it took away from the actual important. It's like when a woman lies about being raped, it
Right.
takes away from the actual victims, women that were actually raped. That's kind of
Uh,
what BLM did, like
yeah.
invalidate the people that actually, you see what I'm saying,
Right. Was
is
victimized.
suffering.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. The reason I was Black Lives Matter. I was out there since we from DC. So me and my daughters, we all had on our Black Lives Matter t-shirts at one of their um marches downtown DC where they shut down everything. And it was awesome. It was empowering in my opinion. I was out there to support my daughters because my daughters was into it. So we're out there, we're walking fist up, all races walking with us, would say this name and say this name, and we just saying whatever they tell us to say, and we had a good time. But one thing that I find disingenuous is that the Black Lives Matter movement was created under the guise that Black lives did not matter in this country because white people were disrespecting Black lives. White people were killing Black people. That's the whole reason why they created it. Well, the
No,
reason why I say
that's
it was
not. I see.
disingenuous is the reason why I say it was disingenuous is because um, who killed Black people more, white people or Black people? Who are we
White. I mean, white
today?
people definitely kill more than black people, because we have instances in history where they bombed
Not
black
history.
towns. We have hold on, let me finish. They flooded black towns. Not only that, they also with the hepatitis, the different diseases, Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's many instances in history where the white people have it, even the water. I mean, even the water where they polluted the water in Mississippi, it happens, and people get diseases that are chronic, that if they don't get treatment, they'll die from. So these things,
And you think
they still do, these things still happen. It's just,
I didn't. Okay, so those are cities. Those are
yeah,
those are people who run cities.
black communities.
Um, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm talking about Chicago's death rate was like 300 people per year. DC was like 300 per year. Compton 300. Like a lot of blue cities are 200 to 300 per year where we're killing each other. But
Planned
yet,
Parenthood kills
hold on,
more
hold
than
on,
anything.
hold on. I just want to put this out there. We like to go back into Black history and point out all the different ways that they've done something to us at mass by restricting us from clear water, clear and free water, or giving us diseases, or beating us, or burning us, or all these
Which are
other
all
things.
valid, right?
I'm talking about when you and I were alive. As far as you and I were
That
alive,
Yes, that's
the people,
happened while we were alive.
yeah, and the people that have been killing us the most, you really believe you're saying to me right now that the people who kill us the most is other people outside of African Americans?
I'll ask you this. I'll put it to you like this. Okay,
Nah, you got
so
to
if
answer it.
yeah, I'm going to answer your question, but I just want to get this out.
All right, go
Follow
ahead.
me real quick.
Go ahead.
So if there's a let's say there's a scientist, right?
Right.
And the scientist is trying to do an experiment, and he takes three rats, and he put all three of those rats in like a box, right? And then these three rats, they get adjusted to the box, and all they know, because the scientists experiment on them, and they get in the box, and all they know is a box. And then one day the scientists let the rat out the box, and the box can't get into the rat can't get into society, and it starts killing other rats. Do you blame the rat, or do you blame the scientist that put that experimented on the rat?
I blame the rat. No, I blame the scientists. Sorry, I blame the scientists.
See, and okay, so
I blame the
this is
scientists.
okay. So that's what I was about to say. If
I blame the scientists.
if you blame the scientists, then you have to consider the fact that there is plenty of land, right? Okay,
Hold
a
on, but
lot of
rat
our
are
black
not men.
hold on, let me finish, let me finish.
Go
A
ahead.
lot of our black communities are stacked on top of each other, right? In
Mm-hmm.
these conditions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what is known as what they call the trenches, the trap, right?
Yeah,
A
the
whole
trap and the
bunch of
project,
people, exactly, the whole
right?
bunch of people bunched in together with
Uh-huh.
low finances. Now, if
Okay.
you study anything about crime, you'll know that crime is not necessarily
All right.
particular to a
Hold on. So
race, it's actually a vicinity.
time out, OTC. All right. So one thing we got to do is stay on one topic at it, because what we're doing is I'm
I'm
never
sorry.
able to really truly answer you, because we're
Okay.
moving on from one thing to another, from the scientists to us being stacked up, and I guess, and you're still making your point. I get that, and you're making a great point. I want to let you know that too, because a lot of people in my audience may not know what you're talking about, and I give you nothing but all respect for that, because I'm very familiar with it and I understand it 1000%. The only difference is I don't believe that human beings. I believe that human beings have far more wherewithal, far more knowledge. All right, than a rat. I believe that we control everything. The man's mind and our spirit and our body and our soul can do far more than anything. We can't be controlled like a rat unless we want to.
That see that, and I agree with you. But this is the thing. When we compare it to a rat, I won't say it like we are rats. Of course, we're human. So
Yeah,
the science, when it comes to a human, a scientist isn't going to use the same kind of things that is going to use with a rat. And I'll put it like
yeah,
this. So yeah, you can't be controlled. Like I
yeah,
can't take over your mind. But put it like
yeah.
this: if you don't have a lot of money, right,
Right.
and you know that you just got in an argument with somebody in your family, or you know you about your bills is late, right,
Mm-hmm.
and then you
Mm-hmm.
walk down the street and you see somebody rich and they drop you see them drop a wad of cash.
Mm-hmm.
Most people is not going to pick that money up and go give it back to the person. So you know what that creates the conditions for? That creates the conditions for, well, if somebody can get away with the chance of being lucky, of finding money like people do, winning the lottery like people do, then that erases a lot of people's will to want to work. And we're seeing that in the kids. So this is what I do to combat that.
Okay.
Because when you have to pray, you have to take pride in what you do, no matter how much money you get.
Right.
So if you take back the idea of what society puts on you, and because we've already hit a lot of the topics, and I've spoken a lot of bad, but I want to say some positive now. I to like No matter how much money you make, you can take the energy back by taking pride in your work and doing a good job, being good to the people that's around you, because that will reciprocate. And then if you build a good community bond with the people you're working with, they will also go home and they will also spread that energy to their family. So it's like a vibrational thing. So if you walk around like that, it'll happen. But if we're working on that, right?
Right.
This is all just what we're just getting to the point of acknowledging that it's some people out here that's messed up,
I
right?
can I say one thing? I will say, and I do appreciate your point of view. I just want you to know this. All of the nastiest, dirtiest things that black people go through in our projects, in our hoods. Did you know that white people go through those in their projects, in their hoods, and their neighborhoods and cities as well?
Of course.
Yeah. So since they go through it as well, we really can't use that as a reason for why black people are doing the things that we're doing. We
But
if
what do
we
you mean
claim
by
that we're
that?
better, if we claim that we're better, and we claim that we're stronger, and we claim that we're covered by a God in heaven that cannot do any wrong and has put all of that power in us, we cannot say that because we're stacked up in these cities, because we're broke, because we have no opportunity, that these are the reasons why we do the things we do. We always have opportunity. There's always something to be sold. If you're healthy, there's always something that you got talent. There's always something for you to be out there doing.
I would
I
say I
grew up
was
in the same cities that you grew up in. I don't know what city you grew up in, but my
Virginia.
yeah. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you said that you was in that life too. One thing that I did, I can't really say that everybody's like not like me, because I know everybody's not like me. We're all one of one. We might have a doppelganger, someone who looked just like us that lives someone somewhere in this world, but we don't have anybody who's us, who act like us, talk like us, move like us, think like us. We don't have anybody that do all that. So you're unique. You're one of one. You don't have to be like the pack. You don't have to be like the rest of the project or the rest of the trap. You don't have to be like any of them. And you already know that. I know that for a fact by how I move and how I teach, how I minister, how I love. I mean, if I'm approached in a certain type of way, I might be able to match that energy that you're bringing my way, but I have a decision to make. All right. And if my life is taken away from me early because of something that somebody else does, then so be it. I know that I have a place in heaven with my Lord and Savior. And I know also that God will say, well done for all the things that I've done so far. So I believe that as long as we continue to move in love and stop looking back so damn much and stop pointing fingers at this person and that person, this race and that race, and we just focus on our sugar honey iced tea, we will move further, much faster, in my opinion. You
But
already know that, bro. How can
but
we
this is
do
this is the
anything in
problem
life?
though, brother. I agree with everything you saying, but it's like people are and you with other countries are invested, like, and it's not like I want to attack white people. I just have to speak the truth, bro. It's like companies are invested in white dysfunction. We
In
keep
white
talking about
dysfunction?
I mean black dysfunction. We keep talking about, oh, black people need to come together, but then we don't talk about the fact that, okay, well, Sexy Red, all of these artists that say the things that people don't like are funded by white or
Sex.
white companies, white people. All right, black people don't own these music labels. These black people don't own these companies where you, so quote unquote, you go to the McDonald's and then you got McDonald's workers in there not doing their job. All right, McDonald's, unless I mean, you know, you can own a franchise, but what I'm talking about is in mass. All right, white people own the infrastructure. So like
Okay.
you, if people are being rewarded, it's like if people are, it's like a lot of people just don't have the. You'll be broke out here if you have to have some kind of degree of bias to get somewhere, and it's like this is what people is trying to uncover. I'm trying to uncover because people just want to be themselves, like you said. People just want to be themselves, but you can't be yourself if society wants you to be. How does society want us to be? Perfect, right? How, explain to me what you think society wants us to be. What you think society will want us to be as today? Because
Well,
the because my argument is that there's other forces in involved in the black community having to say so, and
well,
then it's like we turn on each other.
I'm gonna say this, bro, and 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 I have to end it after this, but I have to say this, man. I appreciate everything that you said so far, and thank you so much for pulling up. But I have to say this: um, white people don't control us. Black people don't control us. Nobody controls you. Nobody has ever told you that you have to do something and you did it because you had to do it. You had a decision to make. You ain't have to do it. You could say no, or you could say yeah, and done it. When we see Sexy Red talking about all this debaucherous stuff, teaching our little girls how to say certain things and look a certain type of way and dance a certain type of way, us as parents, for one, we can turn that off and not allow our children to watch it. And our children, they as long as they're brought up in a good way, they can decide not to move in that direction. They decide to move in that direction. Even as kids, we are not, we still have some decisions to make. And as adults, a lot of times we support this stuff. Sexy Red's biggest audience are adults. These are people who can make a decision to support this ratchetness, and we decide to do it. We don't have to. Even if the Jews own every daggone thing and they put the most ghettoest, most disrespectful, most ignorant people in our on the screens and make it seem like this is cool, so what? We know that that's not going to get us to any type of get us to where we need to be as far as raising up a culture or raising up a community. What happens is when you look at BET, they promote the most bull sugar honey iced tea that you can ever see. They always got people walking around half naked with red on, acting like they demonic, and they throwing up these signs. And who's the biggest supporter of that? Black community. We sit back and we love it.
Okay.
We
So, but
sing
do
it.
you call
We
out white
rap it.
people? Do you
We
call out white
support it.
people?
We spend
Hannah
money.
Montana, Miley Cyrus. I
You
mean,
don't
we
support that. We can't
but we're
support. We
saying,
need to talk
but
about
that's what I'm
us.
talking.
Like
But you
with
see,
no,
but
but
that's my
hold on. I'll
point.
let you talk.
You're
I'll
only
let you talk,
attacking the
OC.
black
I'll let
people.
you
It's
talk,
not
brother.
just black people.
But I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk.
I'm just saying. Go ahead. My fault.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, I know we're talking about black fatigue. That's what we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. How can white people have black fatigue when they're doing the same thing?
White people
That
have black
having
white people
fatigue
white
suggests
people
that you're
have
not doing something and you're
white people
tired
have
of seeing something that you're not doing.
white people have black fatigue because every time they cut on social media on the TVs, we say whatever we want to say about them in whatever way we want to say it about them, and whatever we use, whatever terms we want to say about them, and we won't get in trouble for it. They can't talk back about us like that. They can't say those things about us. We get on CNN. We got people on the CNN panels talking that way about white people. A
And
white
who
person
owns
wouldn't
those
dare if a
companies? That's
white person,
white people.
if no,
It's white
if,
people. They have no one to be on blame but the CEO. If the CEO it says, "Hey, I don't want this rhetoric on my station," the CEO of the company, the white billionaire, the white millionaire can say, "Hey, take this lady off the channel today." White people own these companies and are letting the black people get on there. They're hiring them. They're doing interviews. They're knowing their background. They're knowing their credentials, and they're letting them get on the public and use their platform to produce to speak that rhetoric against their own people. So if white people are the ones that are in charge of it and they don't want to fire those people, there's nothing you can't say, "Oh, well, black people need to stop," because there's always going to be somebody that's going to do it. The point is, if we point it
brother,
out and
brother,
be like,
you
"Okay, well, this is what's happening. They're being funded by this white organization, and that person is under a white corporation speaking ideas against their own people because it's getting them somewhere in their field." So if we acknowledge that, then we can be more honest with the kids and stop telling the kids, "Well, you'll get," and this is another thing we do wrong to the kids. We tell them if they
we
work hard, they'll get whatever they want in life. And the reality of it is I know, so no one can lie. I've worked in many different work fields. I've met many of older people that have been in a job 10, 20, 30 years and have yet to be an actual field manager, actual general manager, because they are whatever circumstances, but they know how to do everything in a job. And I know why it happens. It happens because the management above them does not give them the proper training to get them to the next level. They just let them learn whatever they learn. Good job, keep increasing their responsibilities. If you're able to fight for a raise, then you'll get a raise. If you don't ask for a raise, 9 times out of 10 you'll get one when they want to give it to you. So we being disingenuous about really what really happens in life, and then it skews the perception when we
let me
start
tell you
talking
something, brother.
about.
OTC, I hear what you're saying, but this is what real men do. Real men leave and find something better. Period. And if you can't find something better, then you create it yourself. You demand your worth. You don't let anybody tell you your worth, especially if you know everything around the job and you still letting somebody tell you your worth. You deserve every little thing that they give you. If they giving you
That's
pennies,
messed up.
you
That's
deserve
so
it.
the 40,
No, hold
50
on, wait,
year
wait,
olds
wait.
working at McDonald's deserve that.
I'll let you talk, bro.
I'm
So
sorry.
this is what
That's
I'm
messed
saying.
up, bro.
Hold on, wait, this is what I'm saying. And when I speak to you, bro, I'm speaking to you personally, like from my own. I'm talking about from my own testimony. When I was coming up and I had a daughter and I was 19 years old, me and my baby girl me and my wife had a daughter before we got married. I decided to get out there and start working. And if I wasn't getting what I thought I deserved at that job, I would actually have a conversation with the manager and I would demand my worth. And if they can't meet me there, I will leave and find something else I got job after career, and I got into some great positions, by the way. But then I decided to do my own thing, bet on myself, and that's when I realized that's when I can demand my true value. most of us just want to get into that 9 to 5 and think that somebody else is supposed to give us that beautiful life that we demand, basically because we're great at building up their country and their company. That's never going to be the case. And we can't say it's a white black thing, because I know some white people who work their ass off and don't get what they deserve. Black people work their ass off and don't get what they deserve. Hispanic people work their ass off and don't get what they deserve until they decide to build their own thing, start their own thing where they can write their own check. But for that, brother, I want to say thank you so much for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. This was a great conversation, in my opinion. And I hope you get up on one of my panels again, because you're a good one. And I like talking to you, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you, man. It was a great convo, man.
All right, man. You take it easy, all right?
You too, man.
Hey, man, y'all show some love to OTC, all right? All right. We got another one up here. We got War. What's up, War? You're mute. You're muted.
What's going on, man?
Ah, man, I'm blessed by the best. I can't complain, brother. What's on your mind?
When it comes to this kind of conversation, I get why the brothers would feel, a little sore, because it kind of feels just like they're getting singled out. You know what I'm saying?
And you said so, the brothers?
Yeah, black people.
You talking about like the black people?
Yeah. So okay. So if you hear black fatigue and a black guy, he doesn't like hearing that, and he wants to, say something against that, it's probably just because he feels like he's getting singled out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we have this conversation, I think it's also good to involve, everybody in it, so nobody feels singled out, so you get like illegal fatigue, Hispanic. So
okay.
So I think what you guys are doing, and when it comes to this conversation, there really is no right answer, right? There is no solution. But what you're doing here is definitely part of, the way forward, I think. Just talking about it, and that's it. I think in the future, or instead of people turning on the TV when they get home and watching CNN or whatever, they go and they turn on LFR Family, and they hear this conversation as opposed to, the kind of race baiting, whatever doing on TV. That's where the problem is. And what we're doing here, this is it. So all I wanted to say was just keep doing what you're doing, and that's it. And as far as
thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man.
The last man was saying, I get it. He was talking about Sexy Red, and I don't know, all that Doge disclosures, saying something about like the CIA was hiring Sexy Red or something like that. And I remember I saw Ice Cube on Bill Maher, and he was saying how the producers, right, who are probably pale skinned, they were telling him and making him put all kinds of debaucherous stuff into the music. So for sure he had points. That is legit. But you cut that off by telling him, well, it's your household. Those are your TV screens, your kids, and you get to decide whether they get to hear that or listen to that or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And can I say something to you, bro?
Go ahead.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much for pulling up and showing great understanding and showing love to OTC for pulling up, and showing love to the family for having these conversations. I do want to say this. When it comes to Ice Cube broke it down from who owns the record labels, what they pay you extra for, what they get the artists to get out there and say and do, and the artists get out there and do it. What I would say is that's some sucker stuff. Those are people willing to sell their soul so that they could be millionaires. Ice Cube, at one point, he told them, no, I'm not putting on no dress. Cat Williams told them no at some point. I'm not putting on no dress. I'm not going to no Diddy party. At some point, Dave Chappelle walked away from the Chappelle Show from a $50 million contract because they wanted to do something debaucherous with him. And this dude's show was wild. I don't know if you remember it, but it was wild. But at some point, you're a man. Whether you're black or white, it don't matter. You're a man. At some point, you got to stand on your own 10 toes and say, you know what? Nah, that goes against my integrity. That goes against my character. I don't want my children seeing this. I don't want my significant other seeing this. I don't want my mom and my aunties and people in my community seeing this. I don't want them to know me for this. You know what? I'll pass. I'll go get a job paying me $20 an hour rather than taking whatever amazing career you want to give me to sell my soul for $2 million a day. I'm not doing it. But a lot of these people say, I'm not used to having all of this, so I'm going to do it. Whatever you tell me to do, I'm not. And I'm like, what's the difference between that person and the $2 hoe?
Yep. I remember seeing some videos on YouTube about the black man in the dress. And so maybe it was DJ Vlad and those other shows. They were saying how the black comedians would go on the interview and say they're trying to feminize and, demoralize black people, put them in their place by putting them in dresses. And it made sense kind of. But then, I also watched a lot of old clips from In Living Color, from all kinds of comedy shows. And even the SNL, I'm not a big fan, but the old time SNL, no, the white guy was in the dress too. They put the Jew guy in the dress. Everybody got in the dress. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just a black man. And
that's what I'm saying.
You got it. And when you hear these things, they sound good. They sound right. It feels good to try to identify the enemy but you got to look up, you got to get more information and to try to dispel those kinds of things, because like I said, again, people feel like they're getting singled out. But if you look at the information and listen to the conversation and what other people are saying, it's not going to be the case. You got those people that do want to single out people for their skin color and all that. Whatever. We don't, like you said, we don't have to listen to them. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just move on.
Well, and I appreciate that, man. You're all about keeping it fair. I always taught my kids, man, life ain't fair. So I don't even like to go there. We talking about fair, I kind of sort of fall back into the bushes like Homer Simpson, because I don't think there's such thing as fair. But I will say this. I get tired of seeing Jasmine Crockett on the screen always talking about black this, black that. Don't nobody want to hear that. We want to hear about your policies. What are you putting forth? What type of laws are you writing in your position? Whether you're a Democrat or not, I'm concerned. What are you doing for Texas? What are you doing for TX30? Every time she gets on a microphone, everything about her is representing a part of black culture that's not even her. It's cosplay. So that type of thing, people get tired of. They get tired of Abby Phillips always allowing people to play the race card on CNN. They get tired of The View always wanting to play the race card. Even if you're not even black, you're playing the black card. Like, you ain't always got a champion or cape for a community of people or a race of individuals who can intelligently communicate for themselves. At some point, we got to start falling back from this. We're controlled. We have to do what the rich people say do, or we won't be able to survive. That's BS. God blessed each and every one of us with a set of talents to be able to not only take care of us and our families, but other people as well. And if we decide not to do that and to be lazy and to just go clock into somebody else's amazing career that they built for us, we're going to get exactly what they give us, and we don't have a right to complain. That's just what I'm saying.
Yep, if you're getting a paycheck from them, then you're on their schedule.
You're on their schedule. Do what they say do.
If you're not well off financially and you can't afford to leave the job, then they got you. You're cornered, and I don't know, and do what you did. And I don't know how it was when you decided. I don't know if you had some cushion money or a place to stay when you decided to break out from other people's schedules. But I would imagine it's hard. If you got 5 kids, and I would imagine it's hard that way. But still, no excuse. You got to go. If you got to move on. If you don't like
War,
where you're
I have
at.
to say this, brother, and I'm not going to say your name is War because I might get in trouble for saying that too much. But I will say this: I have 4 children, been married for a long time, and when I decided to just make this move and do my own thing full time and leave the Department of Defense where I worked for 17 years, my wife actually threatened to leave me. She said, "When we get home, I'm leaving. I can't believe that you made this decision. We got bills, we got a family, we got this, that, and other." At that point, I had to let her know, respectfully, you're not going anywhere. We're in this for the long haul. You married me. You know what I mean? We're good. What you need to do right now, you need to trust your man. I got this. Well, we had some bad times, more than likely. But that's what happens when you bet on yourself. And I just let her know that. And after a while, probably like it took a minute, but I had to show her that the man she married 20-something years ago was worth at least putting your faith in and leaning on. If I say I got you, I got you. And now she like, oh, my husband got me. My husband got me. Years later, my husband got me, to everybody who will listen. And it's not because I won. is because I was a man of my word. And if we are men of our word to our women, at some point, if they trust us, man, we got to come through. And sometimes we're going to fall on our face. But whether we have the money or not, you should know this just like anybody else. Most of us live above our means. Most of us don't even live according to our means. If we want to really hustle and get to a place we've never been, it will behoove all of us to take that step back and probably live below our means so that we can save a little more, invest a little more. And that means time and money. But at the end of the day, it's all about having faith that we can actually pull through and make some things happen so that we can be great. I don't want to be regular at all. At all. I can't. I think I will break out in hives if I had to wake up and work somewhere every single day, helping somebody build their own dreams. And I'm not about that life anymore.
Excellent.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
as far as
for
Warren, it's just an abbreviation of my name. My name's Warren.
Oh, it's Warren.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm actually thinking about, these conversations are important, and when we're talking about racial stuff, if you got a bunch of white guys on YouTube and they're talking about, this fatigue of certain, minorities or whatever, then it can get kind of sticky, even though if what they're saying is, honest and sincere or whatever. So I think it helps to have, different people, your complexion, my complexion, maybe an Asian guy. We need to start, all of us, so they can't pull this crap. So, it's like a war. Oh, they got white guys talking about this. They're going to use the race card. So we got to counteract that. Oh, we have multiple people in the circle talking about this. So no, it's not about that. So I've actually, I was thinking about getting along with a channel, but I'm still not sure about that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I will say this, brother. If you ever do decide to do that, reach out to me. Consider grabbing my course, or if you need full service, reach out to me with VIP and we'll have a conversation, man. But I think you'll do great because you seem to be a well-balanced guy and you're chill, you know what I mean? And you can do some amazing things on this platform and many others, brother. So if that's something that you're considering, I would say we will love to help you out. So reach out to us and let's do something.
I made a video today. I don't plan on putting it out, but I do have a channel up, and it's called Wars Room.
Wars Room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be just commentary and analyzing, the videos. Like I watched a video, Charlie Kirk talking to a Hispanic guy at somewhere about the Kilmar Abrego situation.
What I would say to you, sir, is and respectfully, and I'm not assuming that you don't know anything about it, but I would say this: don't start posting content until you're ready to post at least one video per day.
Okay.
If you're not ready to post one video per day, and you start posting videos, it's not going to let YouTube know that you're serious. So you might as well not post it at all because nobody's going to see it. It's not going to break into anybody's algorithm because they need to see repetition. They need to see your face and your name pop up over and over and over again for them to know that, hey, Warren got another video up and this dude is cool. I'm gonna go check out more of his stuff. You already know this, I believe, but yeah, man, we would love to help you out. And I say continue going, bro.
Thanks.
All right, man. Hey, guys, show some love to Warren, man. Thank you, brother. And you enjoy the rest of your day, man. Shout out to Warren, bro. Yes, sir. Hey, man, you take it easy, brother. Peace.
Later, man.
All right, brother. All right. So, guys, thank y'all so much for pulling up, man. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Let me read some of these super chats. I have not read one. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me read these super chats right quick, guys, because I skipped a bunch of them. Let me see. Sniffing children. Throw money. All right. So, black fatigue. Let me see. Black and white and Hispanic are getting along outside of cities. My gun club has more blacks than whites. The real question is, can you survive if ish goes sideways? Most people cannot. Thank you, brother. And thank you for the big ups. I appreciate you. And the invite is inside of the chat. So I'll take one more person. The people love the Warren pulling up, man. They showing Warren some love, bro. They showing Warren love, man. And OTC. Hopefully y'all show OTC some love too, man. He was on fire too, bro. That young brother got up in here and he was saying some stuff. Hopefully y'all was listening. Because I will say this, even though it's not true to all of us, if it's true to him, it's true to someone. Like, because all of us come from a community and we represent a community of people, even if we don't go to meetings, we don't go around and see people. Trust me, we were born and bred to be able to relate to a whole slew of individuals. So when we actually open our mouths, we represent not only us, but other people who think like us. And at some point, this is why I encourage people to start YouTube channels, because you will eventually find your people. You will find your people. It's like all the people out here who think like you, or have or understand like you, or silent and like you, or patient like you. You will start to bring them in and communicate with them, and it will grow like crazy. So if you're one of those people who raised children before, you deserve to have a YouTube channel, because there's a lot of people out here who need your guidance. They need your instruction. I'm trying to tell you, there's a lot of people out here who don't know how to do the most basic of things, like boil a daggone egg, or check the tire pressure, or pump gas. It's like they got to look at YouTube videos to know how to pump gas. It's nuts. I've been seeing videos of people trying to put gasoline in electrical vehicles because they don't know what the hell they're doing. And then they turn on somebody's YouTube channel and somebody saying, you need to put electric in an electric vehicle and gas in the gas. It's ridiculous, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you. Thanks, LFR family. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it, man. Tori, I just wish we could all get along. Keep wishing that, but also pray for it, because that's the only way it's going to happen. Do I think it's going to happen? No. No, it pays too much for us to hate each other. It really does. It fuels their whole engine. Like, if things run perfectly, if Trump is like the perfect president, there are people around this world, in this country also, who just got to do everything they possibly can to put a wedge in between the success that he brings about this nation. They don't give a damn. The economy can go crazy. Race relations could get better and better and better under Trump. They will still not acknowledge it, and they will still point out slavery and Jim Crow and all these other things that completely separated us. Remember when we were great at building businesses back in the 1960s, 1940s? What happened? White people came and burned it all down and started. Come on, man. It's like we can't get ahead because we're always being reminded of, well, I know you love her, but you do know that she been with like 5 men before you, right? Yeah. And I heard she been kissing other people in the mouth at the gas station. Yeah. And I heard she like for people to play with her toes with mayonnaise. Yeah. Random people. Yeah. There's always a hater. There's always a demon, like a satanic person that's in the background waiting for you to fail so that you can do exactly what Satan wants you to do. The Democrats are just on some BS, man. And sometimes I find that Republicans are as well. I don't like Trump. I don't like TDS on the left, and I don't like TDS on the right. All right. TDS on the left is Trump derangement syndrome. All right. That's when they hate everything that Trump does, even when he does something great. That's what the left do. What the right do, the TDS that you all have, that's called Trump deriding syndrome. Trump deriding syndrome. That's when you deride Trump. All right. That's when you love everything that he does, even when he does something that's completely foolish or just bad, makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. All right. And I don't like either one of them people. I'm just saying. Thank you so much, Tori. We are all controlled. Don't let emotions. Let me tell you something. You can never let emotions get in our way, bro. Like, these people want us to be against each other. They want us to be separated. They want us to cuss at each other. They want us to fuss. They want us to fight. They want us to. Y'all already know how much money it is in war. Why you think we're always fighting or in somebody else's business in another country? It's a lot of money in that. There's a lot of money in it. Welcome to adulthood. That's just what happens. Poor is poor in education. When you get educated, you are just broke. I like that, Dale. I like that, Dale. Thank you so much, Dale. Thank you, True Business. Um, we all in this together, Van. You know, love you, brothers and sisters. Yes, we are all in this together. And until we're all spreading this message right here, we're doomed. We need to spread this message. You can't be the person that say, well, what about white people? They're trying to take everything from whites and we don't like it. We want to get rid of this, that, and other. And we already know that's what happened to DEI. I'm just saying, that's what happened to DEI, trying to settle the score. We don't need no more people being pushed to the front of the line. Everybody need to be equal in this race. Let's get it. And then the people who are on the victimhood side are saying, what do you mean be equal in this race? You guys y'all are the complexion that put you ahead naturally. So this thing goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And I'm like, holy sugar honey iced tea. Won't y'all shut the up, bro? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. And for the message, Salty Space Cow. Respect. Shout out to True Business, man. Brown Eyes, Van, I'm really enjoying your show. You are on point tonight. Thank you so much, Brown Eyes. I appreciate that. That means a lot, actually. And happy Mother's Day if you're a mom. We have to come to a place where we understand the game and educate ourselves to get out of it. We got to understand the game, but not fall victim to it and not just sit back and say, well, see, I told you. I told you. We not the bad guys in this. So I'm just going to let this play out. And I'm gonna be played at the same time. No, you got to understand the game, and then you got to do something about it to curtail that, so you can put yourself and your family in a better position. This is what woke used to be. Woke used to be being able to see beyond the BS, having that third eye open, so you can see behind the lies and the propaganda and their personal agendas that they're trying to sell to us for their own benefits. But now we play right into it. We play right into it. They get onto their platforms and they say something negative to divide us. And what do? We divide quick. This is what we do. It's like we don't think for ourselves, man. We need to be more critical thinkers, man. Even if this supports our man Trump, we need to look into it like, wait a minute, let me look into this. I do realize this executive order is going to do some great things, but let me look into this. All right. Okay, now I'm fully behind it because I actually did some research. That's called being a critical thinker, right? You can't just jump into everything because you support the side or you support the party. Don't go that way, man. Okay, I'm rambling. Thank you so much, woman at the well. I really appreciate that. And shout out to the woman at the well for the story of the woman at the well in the Bible. God bless you, Van. Take the bill. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Rick Van, for one of your guests toward the course. Get it in humility. Man, shout out to Rick. Shout out to Rick. Rick saying, man, you ain't even got to put your money where your mouth is. I got you. What's up? Shout out to Rick, man. Much love to you, Rick. Much love to you, Rick. And for everybody who's already a content creator and you record your videos, you edit your own videos, you do your own thumbnails, you upload your own videos, you do your titles, you do your descriptions, you schedule your videos for posting, for going live. Let me tell you something. What I would like for you to do is reach out to me about VIP if you're a content creator, because all you'll have to do then is sit in front of your computer and do your videos. And then on the next day, you will have two to three videos already edited, thumbnailed, uploaded to your channel, and scheduled for posting by my team. Okay, that's what and also we get one-on-ones as well between you and I. That's something that I do for my VIPs. I'm trying to give you the full service. If you're already a content creator, I'm trying to save you some hours, save you some time, because time is everything. It's something that we cannot get back at all. Okay, when God woke us up today, he blessed us with a day that's so unique that we've never seen it before, and we will never see it again. This is it. May 11th, 2025, this Mother's Day, we will never see again, ever. Okay. So this is something that we're doing for content creators. If you're already a content creator, you already have a channel, you're already blowing up or popping on another platform, and you're ready to transfer that over, do the same thing on YouTube, you might as well pull up and have a team behind you once you get on the field. Some people don't like to walk on the field by themselves. Some people prefer walking on with a team that know what the hell they're doing. And we are that team that know exactly what we're doing. And we got your back. Okay. Let me stop running my mouth. Thank you so much, Rick. Shout out to Rick. All right. So what else did I want to show y'all? Oh yeah. I gotta show y'all this right here. And please, guys, hit the like button and let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Is real. Everybody is tired of black people, but it's two specific types of black people that everyone is tired of. Number one, everybody is tired of loud, ghetto, and ratchet, and violent, and mean, and angry all the time. Everybody is tired of them. Nobody wants to deal with them. Even other black people do not want to deal with these people. You know when you see them in public, you know when they're going to give you attitude at the CVS. Everybody knows it and they want to avoid it. The second group of black people that everybody is tired of is this sort of like fake black bougie intelligentsia who kind of like walks around telling everybody how they're supposed to think or speak or act. When it comes to anything black. These are the most privileged black people in the world. These people have built enormous platforms and have so much money, and yet they are still perpetual victims all the time. And all they ever do is lecture white people about how to talk to or about black people, and then they lecture other black people if they don't talk or think or speak in ways in which they approve.
That is true.
Black fatigue is real. Everybody is so tired of both of these groups of black people that they don't know what to do. So yeah, black fatigue is real and I got it.
And let me tell y'all something. Don't just disregard what this brother is saying because, and I see in the comments, some people are disregarding what he's saying because he's gay. Come on now. Come on. Don't do that. Don't do it. Y'all know how me and other black conservative content creators are constantly disrespected by other black content creators who are not conservative, or people in the comment section on neutral platforms. They disrespect, they feel like they can disrespect, like they can call me, oh man, you're this or you're that. Okay. Call me whatever you want. I don't care. But I like having these conversations and I like thinking for myself. All right. I like every single day knowing that I don't leave out my room unless my bed is made. That's me. I don't leave out my room unless my bed is made. I don't handle my business unless my bed is made first. I must make my bed. And that's just the type of person I am. I'm more conservative in that way. So when it comes to people whining all the damn time, I tell them that you have more control than you give yourself credit. You're constantly giving power to someone else for the color of their skin. And you're doing less and less and less because you're not that color. And you're constantly trying to throw out all these different reasons why you deserve more. And you do not. You only deserve what you work for. You deserve what you earn. That's what you do. You deserve what you earn. Okay? You deserve what you work for. You deserve what you get out there and you go get. That you're willing to bet on. You're willing to sacrifice time and energy and sometimes your own money. You want to put your money where your mouth is. You want to invest in yourself. That's what you deserve. You don't deserve a damn thing because your ancestors was enslaved. You don't deserve a damn thing because your cousin got shot by the cops. Your cousin got shot by the police. And you're talking about Black Lives Matter. They trying to kill us. But y'all just now lost like 40 people in your on your block in the last month. You done lost 200 people in your city in the last month. And you're talking about white people are killing us. I don't want to hear that mess, man. And then you want to go to everybody else who's a conservative like myself. And I'm a new conservative, but you want to go to conservatives and say, You going up against your own people, bro. I can't believe you. Like, really, bro? You voting for this guy who don't like us? He got rid of DEI so he can hurt us. He know that 75% of black women who are educated all work for the federal government. And by getting rid of DEI, he's going to negatively impact them. He know that. He's just going after black people because he's racist. That's why he won't hire nobody black, because he's racist. Like, come on, bro. Miss me with that. People get tired of hearing that all the daggone time, and so do I. Thank you so much for the super chat. I pray that we all should find comfort in knowing that love is eternal. God bless the mothers of this world. Yes. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers of this world. God bless you guys. And thank you so much, Lance, for that message. Let me see what else. Let me see. Black fatigue, Mother's Day brawl. President Trump drops bombshell executive order. Yeah. So let's hope everything that they say about the executive order comes true. People with this black fatigue, let me tell you this right here. This right here is a post that I need for you guys to go see. It is currently on my X page. This is on my X page. I want y'all to go see it. Well, now it's on my X page. I want y'all to go see it. All right, just go see it. Go see it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. I also double dog dare you to reach out to me with the word VIP if you have a YouTube channel already, so that we can make sure that we can level you up. A lot of these people that you see out here with you, that's flying on YouTube, they're flying because they have a team behind them. A lot of people aren't doing it themselves. Now, this is only if you can afford it. If you can't, you do it by yourself, but you make sure that you put that work in so that you can get a team behind you. CNN has a huge team. Fox have a huge team. The biggest content creators that you can think of right now, they have a team behind them. I want you to have a team behind you too. All right. I'm ready to do something. I'm sorry. I did not know that I was showing a fight. I did not know that I was showing a fight. There's always some fights, man. There's always some fights happening. I'm looking. There's always some fights happening. It's crazy, man. At any rate, thank y'all so much for pulling up. Y'all are absolutely amazing. I'm about to go on upstairs and see if my wife is awake so I can kiss her in her mouth before she goes to sleep. I gotta go just gotta love on her a little bit. All right, love y'all, man. Y'all continue to do your thing. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I gotta go handle something for my daughter. I gotta go. My daughter had an accident. She went to the gas station in her brand new car. She opened up the door too fast, and one of those barriers that stop people from running into the gasoline, the machines, one of those barriers, her door hit one of those barriers, and now she has a dent in her daggone door. So I got to go get that looked at tomorrow morning. So I won't be doing the morning vantage until I get back. The morning vantage will be done a little later in the day. All right. So once I'm done with her, then I got to do my YouTube coaching at 11:30, and after that, I would do the morning. I can't call it the morning vantage in the afternoon. We'll figure something out. We're going to communicate with you guys and let you know what's up. All right. Love y'all, man. Y'all take it easy. And don't forget, if you want to start a YouTube channel, think about rocking with us, man. Joining our private Facebook group and our private group calls 3 to 5 days a week that can help you out tremendously. All right. And again, if you have a YouTube channel already and you want to save some time, get a team behind you. Reach out to me with the word VIP, acronym VIP. Love y'all. See you next time. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.